Good evening. This is Dina, and I'm with Tarot to the Truth, where we look for the honesty and truth for both in ourselves. First, you have to open your heart and be honest with yourself, looking at your ego. It's my cat Otto, and knowing where to put your energy, where to focus it, where not to focus it. Stop reacting to people, giving your power away outside of it. Just finding the truth within ourselves. So 2023 is coming up, so I wanted to do some specific questions and see what the tarot card told me. Today I am using the Fate Fatale tarot, and so I'm just experimenting with it. It's brand new to me. I really just use what I feel is speaking to me at the moment. So that is what I'm using today. The cards are really nice and heavy and gold lined, and I like that they do speak with clarity. So I just asked for a general, just in general, what do you want to tell us for 2023? What's the general energy and the focus of 2023? And the general focus is the Ace of Pentacles upside down. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse means lots of lack of planning and foresight. This is from the politics on down. What can you control? You can control yourself. So as long as you are financially planning and utilizing some foresight, and you're being disciplined in your spending, then that's all that you can control, and that's all that you can worry about. Right now, with the inflation, that's going to keep going up. Things are going to fall apart because it has to fall apart for it to build new. Like the phoenix, the energy of the phoenix. It has to first fall apart for it to be rebuilt. And it's probably going to be happening around us. You want to stay focused on yourself, stay disciplined, and make sure that you are honoring that discipline, especially right now with the Capricorn in the new moon. It's all about planning, and it is time to get if you overspend for Christmas, put together a plan to get that paid off as soon as you can. We do not want to be in debt personally. You want to really work at your debt, not your mortgage or your line of credit, but as far as your credit cards, stop using them in 2023. Look at paying them down. That is what this card means. My second question that I asked was based on the January 6th occurrence, and it's the anniversary is coming up, so of course it's in the news. So the cards that I pulled for that was the Seven of Pentacles, which is about egos. There's a lot of egos on Capitol Hill. There's a lot of egos in the mainstream media. There's a lot of egos in science and in power. They don't want to let their power go, and they cannot see the truth. I also pulled this is the High Priestess. The High Priestess upside down says, don't worry about it. Take your focus off of it. It doesn't really matter. Let that play out on its own. Do not fear January 6th. Bring no fear to the table. And don't get a lot of attention, because if you're feeding the attention, you're feeding the ego of those people. And we don't need to be feeding the ego of anybody on Capitol Hill. They have plenty ego problems themselves. We have ego problems ourselves. We have to take care of us in 2023. The other thing that I asked about was the crypto. And so crypto, ironically, I pulled the King of Swords. To me, the King of Swords is air. The Aquarian age is coming in. We're leaving behind the dogma of the Piscean age. We are coming. It is the fourth quarter. We're coming into the Aquarian age. The Aquarian age is air. Tangible things will go away. We're going to have some air things. This crypto is really hard to conceptualize, but I do believe that it is going to be the energy of the future. It's the energy of the future. And the Four of Wands came up, and that is it's about freedom and celebration. And the Aquarian age is setting us free from the bondage of the Piscean age. It's setting us all free. It is opening our eyes. It's taking us to a new dimension of freedom for ourselves. Freedom is a bit of an ambiguous term. Some people feel freer in safety. Some people feel that safety is bondage. So that's where we can only deal with ourselves. Other people have their own freedoms. We have to honor what they feel their freedom is, and you have to honor yours. More questions that I had I have a couple of more. So another thing that they keep talking about is the housing market. Will the housing market fall? In 2008, the housing market fell, and it did affect everybody. It affected us all. And so I feel like this card really spoke to me when I pulled it. It is the Three of Swords. Look at that card. It's on fire. And it's kind of a devil card, and she's just like a devil may care, like, oh, look at that. It's all burning down around us. And that threes are bad. Threes are bad. So will the housing market fall? Will it slow? Definitely. Definitely some housing market things. Don't be fearful though. It's not going to completely crumble. Like the hope of getting a home for some people who've never owned a home is not out of your reach. It's going to still happen. So don't worry about that. It's just that some of these homes and the value of homes have become overinflated. In San Francisco, for instance, you can barely buy a house that you can live in for under $800,000. But you take that same 800,000 and you take it to the Midwest, you take it even to Illinois, and for 140,000, you can have a place on the lake. So the haves and the have not, that gap between American homes, with some homes just being overinflated and some homes still being accurate. I mean, look at that. That's hundreds of thousands in disparity. I think that it's that disparity that I feel coming back into alignment through these cards. So the other one that I pulled was the 4. So I pulled both the 3 and the 4. And the 4 is just that we're powerless. I mean, we have to keep living our lives. We can't stop living just because wars are happening, just because I don't know. It's babies are born even in a war. That is my other kitty. Sorry, she loves to be on the keyboard. All right, and then my last question that I asked, was in the Matrix. So we keep talking about technology is making life better, and so I asked a question about the Matrix and the AI. Like, what do we have to do? What do we need to do? And I pulled the King of Cups and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is starting a new journey, and swords represents air. So we're starting a new air journey. And the King of Cups is calling us back to nature. So it's about finding a balance. So not all AI is bad. Not all computers are bad. They are allowing us to make our lives easier so that we can get back to nature. Nature is calling us. We should never have been separated from her. And getting back in touch is what 2023 is about. Learning who you are and becoming fiscally responsible. That is, and don't worry about what's happening on Capitol Hill. Capitol Hill will fall. The egos will be reined in, and it's not your responsibility. Get to know yourself well, and you will know which way you need to use the power of the vote. But in the meantime, try to avoid the Associated Press. That is a single voice, and they are looking for ratings. So anything that gets their news from that and not their own sources, I would be leery of. If it's talking about fear and it's making you afraid, you might need to turn away and shut it off. This is Dina with Tarot to the Truth. I hope that you have enjoyed my tarot reading. I will do another tarot reading for 2023 before it comes in, probably on New Year's Day. And I look forward to bringing it in with you. And I also have another video I'll be releasing on doing a vision board and working with the energies of the moon. Thanks and have a great night. Bye.